right, y'all. So this is where I'm at. Now this video is for inspirational purposes only, because I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing. But I just want to show y'all what I got so far and what I'm trying to accomplish, which is not very easy, but this is where I'm at. So I made the last video, I told y'all I had the Cadillac SRX door panels that came from the SRX that I got the dash and the console and the seats out of. So I went to Lowe's. I got me a this 1/2-inch MDF board, and I got this press board, sheet of this 4x8 sheet of this press board. It's like it's pretty thin. It's probably only like 1/8 of an inch. You guys can see that it's like 1/8 of an inch thin. So what I did was I took this paper. I always buy these pieces of paper. They're like $2 for $1. They're like $2 for $1 at the dollar store. It's just kind of like thin paper, but it's got a little rigidness to it, but it's thinner than like cardboard boxes. So I got that, got me some masking tape, and I put the paper on the door, and I made me a template of the shape of the door all the way around with the paper, taped it all up there, cut it all out. Then I transferred that template to that piece of wood over there. Like I showed you guys in the last video, I had to cut out a center section right there in the middle for the motor stuck out a little bit. It was a little spot right there, so I cut that out. So then I got to thinking about it. So I first started with this piece right here, this top header piece. So I'll show y'all. I made this to fit the contour of the door all the way down. And I tried to make it to where you can see this dash kind of flows. It flows this way in there. So I try to make this flow with the dash and line up with this top piece right here. If you guys can see, line up with this top line right there. It's up a little bit, but the door panel can go down just a little bit if I unscrew the screw. So I made that come around. So this is like my top landing. Then I took and a piece I was using cardboard to make little templates, and I made this piece next, and I made it flow into this line right here. You can see it's down a little bit, like I said right here. That's because the daggone, what you call it, the nails I'm using, and the little brad nails, I guess they're called trim nails or something. They're way too long. I got to go to Lowe's and get some more, so it split the board. But I can sand that down a little bit and make that line flow a little bit better into this line. Then I took and I took this piece off. This pops off, this end cap. I traced it out onto a piece of wood. That's how I cut this piece out right here. So I cut that piece out, and then I got these little sticks at Walmart, just like little popsicle sticks in the arts and crafts aisle. So I had to hold my arm. I had to hold my arm in here. I had to hold my arm in here and hold this piece in here to where it was where I needed it. And I just took the hot glue gun. I got the hot glue gun right there. I had it heating up, and I just hot glued these little sticks to hold it where I needed it. Then I ran a couple nails. I shot a couple nails in. I shot one in there. I shot a couple in at the top. And then once I got them nails in there and I felt like it was secure, then I took and cut me some little pieces and nailed them in there. Nailed one down there. Like I said, the nails is way too long. And I put some Gorilla Glue on it too, but I'm gonna have to re-glue it, I think. But anyway, then I got to looking at the door panels. So you see, I done cut these door panels up. I found my buddy has some Ford Explorer door panels, some old ones from his, he got new ones. He gave me those, and I was looking at them, and I brought them here because they had this same little contour around there. And I was thinking about cutting these up, but once I got them here and got to looking, it was a little different than what I was thinking. So what I did was I cut the door panels. Remember I told y'all I got two sets. 2 drivers, 2 passenger set door panels. What I ended up doing was taking the passenger and the driver door panels and cutting the bottoms of them off. So I used half, well, basically 3/4 of the bottom part of the driver and the passenger door panel, and that's how I got this shape here. So this right here was the front. As you can see, this was the front driver's door panel right here, and this piece was attached to it. It's screwed to it. It has the armrest on there. And then this is the, let me turn the phone, sorry y'all. This is the passenger door panel. So that speaker pod on the passenger side would have been in the front just like this one. But I got to looking at it, and it fits the contour of the door on both sides really well. So I said, man, I could cut this and splice them together and, you know, make that whole bottom piece of the door like that. And then I bolted that armrest to it, and I had to cut all of this excess off of here. So that's this piece right here. So I cut all of that off of there with the air saw, cut this off of there with the air saw, and I just kept trimming and trimming and trimming until I could get it to fit on there like that. So that's where I'm at with it. So like I said, this is the front driver's side door panel. I cut it, and that's bolted to it. So that armrest with the window switches and all that is bolted, or I mean screwed to this bottom panel. So it's solid on there. I'm still gonna have to secure it to the door, but then I cut this passenger side door panel and used that bottom piece and just butted them together. And I just took some pop rivets and pop riveted all along the edge. So you can see I just put some pop rivets in there to hold it to my backer board. And you see it's a gap and all of this stuff. It's not tight. It's not tight up against there, and it's a little gap. But I'm thinking all of this is gonna have to get wrapped. So it's gonna get wrapped in this same like pleather black material. So all of that'll get wrapped. Excuse me. So it'll cover like the little lines and stuff. So now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do in this area coming up. And I'm thinking, if you see, this sticks out a little bit right here. This piece where the armrest comes up, it sticks out. So you can see from the side of the door, it kind of bows out like this. So I'm thinking what I might do is just trim this off right at this line all the way down, and then extend, put me some wood behind there to close that gap up. So this will just be flat, and the armrest will go all the way back to this board, and this piece won't be here sticking out. Then I'm gonna do something here. I don't know quite what yet, but I'm gonna do something here to bring this up and tie this in together. My buddy was telling me about they use some rigid foam from the what is it called? The arts and crafts store, like Joann Fabrics, the fabric store. That's what I'm thinking of. So he said I could get some rigid foam and glue it in there, and they take like 80 grit sandpaper once you glue the foam in there, and you can mold it and sand it however you want and make my shape and make me some kind of design in there. And then on this back piece back here, I could just make me some kind of inlay with maybe that pleather on there or something with a little inlay, maybe something light up or something, I don't know. And then up here, all of this will get wrapped. So I'll probably have to fill this in with foam so I got something to glue to. And that'll all get wrapped. That whole top panel will get wrapped, and the material will fold over there. And I'm thinking that I might have to make something to, instead of this being this hard edge like this, I might make this like, put another piece of wood down here and sand it down. So I know a lot of guys that do these. I watch a lot of videos, like I said, Stitch by Slick. It's a lot of guys. There's a guy out of Indiana called Doug Enrold. I don't know exactly how to spell his last name, but he's one of the baddest dudes I ever seen, man. He makes some car interiors that look like out of this world. So if y'all look him up, he's out of Indianapolis, Indiana. He's a bad dude. So I watch a lot of videos. I study people's builds, and I'm just trying to learn. So like I said, this is just for motivational purposes, because I really am just trying to figure it out as I go. I think it looks pretty decent for my first time really, doing something like this. And, it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm just trying to learn, because I can't afford to go pay somebody a whole bunch of money to build me some door panels, because there's some guys that could whip something up that would look spectacular in a couple hours because they've been doing it for so long. So I'm just trying to learn, build my own door panels. Like I said, I did the dash and everything else myself, so why not try this out? And if it fails, then, you know, I got some time and a little bit of money wasted, but at least I tried. And then up here, I forgot to tell y'all this part up here. Of course, this goes around right here on the thing. So this is gonna have to lay in. So I'm gonna take something and fill that gap in there. And then my material will just roll inside of there, and all of this will get wrapped black. And I mean, I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but I'm gonna do my best to make it look like something. I still gotta make me a spot for my door switch. I'm gonna try to use the Cadillac door handle. So this door handle pops out of here. You see it unscrews from the back. So I'm gonna try to incorporate that door handle in that door somewhere above this armrest, like maybe in this area right in here somewhere. Put that door handle in there and use a like a mountain bike or a bicycle brake cable as my cable, run it inside of the door and hook it up to where the rod was hooked to from the factory. Make me a little clamp in there to clamp the cable, so when I pull the thing, it's gonna unlock the door. And this door switch, this is the Cadillac door switch. I'm gonna ask my dude, like I told you guys, I got a guy's real good at wiring. I'm gonna see what he says, if maybe he can make these front two. Of course, these won't work, so I might fill this in with something. And just if he can make these front two ones work for the windows, that'd be nice. If not, I might try to fill this in or cut this out or something and put some new different window switches in there. So I'm gonna get with him and see what he says. But this is where I'm at. I know this video kind of long. I'm talking a lot, but I'm just trying to explain to y'all, because like I said, I really don't know what I'm doing, but this might inspire somebody to, you know, try it. That's all I can say. I mean, it's trial and error. I ain't never did this before, but this is where I'm at, and hopefully we're gonna come out with something that looks halfway decent. And I'll keep you guys posted, man. Appreciate you watching.